Okay, this person says, "Hi John, I watched your video on crossing the desert." They're talking about the spiritual desert there. "How long is this supposed to last? Because honestly, it's brutal. I don't see the point. It feels like God has it out for me. Thanks for what you do." So the spiritual or the desert they're talking about is where you're doing all the things that you think you should do. You're willing to look into your shadow and all that kind of stuff. You're very interested in consciousness, but you just don't feel like you're making any progress. And you just feel like there can be a lot of feelings of despair and sadness and just like, what's the point? And it can just seem to go on for a long time. And unfortunately, there's no like, oh, well, this is how long crossing the desert takes. Like for myself, I've had it last hours, I've had it last days, I've had it last weeks, and I've had it last years. Just depends on what bit of the desert you're crossing. So it's, I can understand why you feel like, God has it in for you, because you can sort of feel like, well, I'm doing all the right things. I'm meditating, I'm willing to look at myself, but it's not changing. But the thing is, like, I don't think of things in terms of God, I think of them in terms of the mystery, because it is a mystery to me, and God seems a bit like certain, like, oh yeah, I know what that's all about, I haven't a clue. But it feels to me like the mystery, that's one of the things we kind of personify this idea of God. It's one of the reasons I don't like the idea of God, because it's easy to kind of just get into your parent issues, like, oh, mommy and daddy are punishing me. So the mystery, I don't think, does that. I think the pain and the length of time just comes down to the unconsciousness, the particular bit of unconsciousness that you're working through. Some things clear fast and some things don't. But like, whenever I get really upset about this stuff and like, oh, that's it, this is all bullshit, I'm sick of this stupid spiritual life, this consciousness stuff, everyone else seems much happier, everyone else is just getting on with their life. They seem happy. Those kind of inner tantrums. I'll be kind to that part of myself for a little while, but then eventually I'll kind of go, like, I'll come back to the truth of, like, I don't really have a choice in this. Like, what else am I going to do? I'm drawn to this stuff, Some people are and some people aren't, and I am. So what, am I going to just stop being interested in consciousness, being interested in just pretend I don't know about the mystery, So that generally calms me down a bit, because it's like, what are you going to do? What else are you going to do? And what else are you going to do with this life, Except, clear as much of your unconsciousness as you can.